You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday, the bonus hour. I always have a lot of fun squeezing some fun local things into this bonus hour. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. The John and Heidi Show is now syndicated on about 300 radio stations around the country. And that's why you'll notice in a lot of those other breaks, we don't talk about things local because it's on in other places. And I really, really wanted to make sure we still had a local connection. So we do this bonus hour. This is only on here. You only hear this right here in the Sioux Falls area. So it's kind of a special thing. And that's where we do special things like our Free Flag Friday that we're going to do here in just a second. But that's also where we talk to people like Andrea from the South Dakota Chislic Festival. Going to be visiting with her in just a short while. That's also where we talk about things like the air show that's coming up next weekend. That's in Sioux Falls next weekend. But we want to make sure we continue to have a local connection. Also in this bonus hour, we have This Day in Sioux Falls History, and that is from our friends at the Sioux Falls Fun page. They do all the work on that. They send it to me. All I do is read it, and I try my best to get it right. Sometimes I feel like I do a poor job at that. But I just want to say thank you to all the people that help because, again, it was important to us to continue to have this local connection, even though it's amazing that we have our show syndicated all over the place. But we want to talk about cool local things, too, so that's what we do during this bonus hour. And we're going to get kicked off right now with the Free Flag Friday. This is Free Flag Friday courtesy of our friends at Maximum Promotions in Sioux Falls. They're on West Avenue. If you ever need anything to do with a flag, if you need a flagpole, you need the little finial thing that goes on the top, I bet they probably even know what it's called. I don't think it's called a finial. It's called something else, I'm sure. But if you go in there and say, hey, I need this. You need a pulley for your current flagpole, need a new rope. They can help you with all of that, or they can set you up with a brand new flagpole. You can get a pole to put on your house. You can get a pole to put in your yard. I mean, if it has to do with flags, I guarantee you the folks at Maximum Promotions can help you. You can even rent flags from them. You might be going, why would you rent a flag? Well, I do every year for the Sioux Falls fireworks event. When you come to that event, and you see the big flag hanging there, and you see a whole bunch of flags all over the place, those belong to Maximum Promotions, and we rent those for that event. So again, everything flags, all in one place, Maximum Promotions on West Avenue under the huge American flag, and you are going to be a winner of a flag right now if your name is Dan Koster. Congratulations, Dan. Dan just won a 3x5 American flag from Maximum Promotions. And Dan, if you don't already have a flagpole, when you get in there, they can help you get a flagpole to put on your house or one to put in the yard. They'll take good care of you and give you a heck of a deal. Again, you get a free 3x5 flag. Anybody else that wants to win one of those, all you got to do is sign up. I'm going to draw another name next week. We do it every Friday for Free Flag Friday. It's during the John and Heidi Show bonus hour right here on Sunny. Again, if you get a chance, register now at sunnyradio.com. You'll see a little button on there that says win tickets and more. And I'm going to click on it because there's something I just loaded. I want to make sure to tell you about that as well. So click here to win tickets and more. And you'll see Free Flag Friday on there. And this, I keep forgetting the name of the thing. It's called The Hiding Place. We just added this yesterday. You can win a pair of tickets. The thing that's kind of cool, this is actually a play, like a stage play, but they filmed a version of it for the movie theater. So you're going to go to the theater and watch a play that's going to be on that giant big screen, but it is officially still like a stage play. And it's an amazing play. It's called The Hiding Place, based on a true story. And that's not going to actually hit theaters until August 3rd and August 5th. But you can register right now to win 2 tickets for free. Oh, yeah, sunnyradio.com. Click win. Win tickets and more. I always forget what it is. But when you click on that, that's where you'll see a place to register for the tickets to the movie. Or it's actually a play at the movie theater. And you can also register there for Free Flag Friday as well at sunnyradio.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Excited to visit with Andrea, and she is with the Chislic Festival, and we're just over a week away. And Andrea, first of all, how many years have you been doing this? This is not your first one, but you've been doing a little bit, haven't you?
I've been on, the board organizing the event since the very first day.
And when was that very first day?
In 2018. So this will be our 5th year anniversary of having the festival. Of course, like most events, we had to take a break for COVID.
Yeah.
But we've been back for a couple of years now, and things just keep getting bigger and better.
And if people are looking for information, what is the website they can go to?
SDChislicFestival.com.
Very nice. And I'll throw a link to that to make it easy to find. But we're, like I said, just a little over a week away. Let's talk a little bit about what they can expect at the South Dakota Chislic Festival.
We have a fantastic day planned this year. Of course, we're going to have food vendors serving Chislic as well as all of your other favorite fair and festival foods. We have a couple of... the Menlo Fire Department will be serving beer in our beer tent. We have some fun local brews that will be featured there. Valiant Vineyards is also going to be there selling bottles of wine. So that is something new and exciting for us. We have 4 bands that are going to take the stage and be playing absolutely all day. First up is the Dawson Brooks Siler Band. They will be followed by the Man in Black, which is a Johnny Cash tribute band. Next up is the Wild Card Band. They are returning this year. They were a fan favorite last year. And the night will be wrapped up by the Rock Hardies.
I love that. And a bunch of great entertainment. And no matter what time you show up, all day long, there's good food, there's good fun, and just a bunch of great people celebrating and having a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we have the bingo tent going on. There are beanbag tournaments that are sponsored this year by the VFW. So come out and support them. There's historic presentations. We have the Pioneer Power Show bringing out some fun historic stuff. And we're going to celebrate a little bit for the 100th anniversary of the John Deere D and the Farmall tractors.
This is a great event. And again, the South Dakota Chislic Festival, it's in Freeman, South Dakota at the Prairie Arboretum. Am I saying that right? Prairie Arboretum?
Absolutely. That is correct. Yes, on the southwest corner of Freeman.
It is a beautiful facility as well. And how far is that from Sioux Falls? For somebody that's never been there, how long of a drive are we looking at here?
About a 45-minute drive from Sioux Falls.
And worth every bit of it. It is a Chislic Festival. How could you beat that? I think it's the world's only Chislic Festival, isn't it?
As far as we know, it sure is. It's a fun way for us to celebrate the official state notch of the state of South Dakota.
And it is so doggone good. Now, I missed it last year, but I was a judge a couple of years ago, and I thought that was like the coolest job ever. It was so much fun, and I'm excited to come and help you guys again this coming weekend. So it's not this weekend, it's next weekend. Put it on the calendar. Again, the South Dakota Chislic Festival, July 29th. I've got a link to the website, but it's sdchislicfestival.com. You can find that on our Facebook page as well. And if people show up, they want to bring some money so they can buy some really good food. But there's other cool things they can buy there as well, in addition to food, right?
Yes, we have a whole area full of shopping vendors. The variation of items that we have in that area this year is just amazing. So I'm excited to get a little shopping on that day, too.
And again, it's at the Prairie Arboretum in Freeman, South Dakota. A beautiful facility for this event. Just a great little layout with the water, with just everything the way it's set up. It's a lot of fun. It is a thing for the entire family. There's something for everybody, isn't there?
Absolutely. We have the kids zone with inflatables and games, and some title holders from the Miss South Dakota organization are going to be there running that for us. So come and have your little girls, little boys pictures taken with some real life princesses.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's not this Saturday. It's next Saturday, July 29th, South Dakota Chislic Festival, Freeman, South Dakota. Andrea, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We hope to see you there.
I'll be there, and I'll see you there, and I hope to see you folks there as well. Come out and join us, South Dakota Chislic Festival, next Saturday, July 29th. All of the details at sdchislicfestival.com, and I've got a link to it at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold gold, physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
This day in Sioux Falls history brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, July 21st, 1940, the Kansas City Monarchs defeated a hand-selected team of Sioux Falls and Worthington's best baseball players. Now, the Kansas City Monarchs were part of a group called the Negro League, and they were the World Series winners for that league. The game wasn't even close. The Monarchs won 7-4. Monarchs pitcher racked up 10 strikeouts in the game, including 7 straight between the 4th and 6th innings. Until 1947, when Jackie Robinson was signed by the Brooklyn Dodgers, black baseball players were kept out of Major League Baseball. So in response, many cities formed teams made up exclusively of black players, and they created what they called the Negro Leagues. Of all of the teams in these leagues, the Kansas City Monarchs were the gold standard. In fact, Major League Baseball was unable to build a viable team in Kansas City until the 1960s, due in part to the popularity of the Monarchs. In those days, many teams in that league would spend weeks or even months barnstorming in the summer. Rather than playing games in their hometown for the same 100 to 200 spectators every day, they would travel the country. In cities across the nation, fans would show up in the hundreds or even thousands to see their hometown boys take on a barnstorming team, many times to their disappointment. After beating up on the hometown heroes, the barnstorming team would take their split of the ticket sales and move on to the next city. On this day in Sioux Falls history, the local baseball league thought they had it figured out. They would form an all-star team with the best players from all of the local teams and a few hand-picked studs from Worthington. And they thought for sure they would finally beat the Monarchs. Well, no such luck. The Monarchs visited Sioux Falls summer after summer, and they were always met by a large, enthusiastic crowd. Sioux Falls is honored to at least be a small part of the story of the Negro Leagues and the world-famous Kansas City Monarchs. This day in Sioux Falls history has been brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, July 21st, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets retreat on Thursday after another bad economic report and earnings from Netflix and Tesla disappointed the market. On the economic front, the index of leading indicators was negative for the 15th consecutive month and worse than expected at negative 7%. That was compounded by a negative reading of the Philly Fed survey and earnings reports from Netflix and Tesla. Both companies failed to inspire market rallies and saw their shares fall by high single to low double digits, and deeper declines could be coming. The S&P 500 fell nearly a full percent at the session's low to confirm resistance at this week's high. The move could lead to a larger decline. If the market can't regain its footing Friday, selling could gain momentum on Monday ahead of the FOMC meeting. They're expected to hike rates by another 25 basis points, putting more pressure on the economy. In this scenario, more banks could fail and the economy could teeter closer to the recession lurking around the corner for the last 12 months. You can get the inside track at MarketBeatMinute.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.